Hello everyone, so I have the October Sketchbox to share today. There's a nice hummingbird on here, but they put the sticker on there, so it tore some of it. Art by Aaron Wagner. Let's see what's inside. We have our tissue, and we have some more art. This looks interesting. This is by Aaliyah Smith, perhaps? Name. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to set this down and see if I can grab the rest of it in one. Oh, my sticker is, I can see in the box here, empty. Don't need the box, hogging space, and this is cute. It looks like an ink bottle. So, October, traditionally Inktober, named by, I don't remember his name, but anyway. This is the premium box. I don't always mention that, but yes, I am getting the premium box. That looks interesting. Here is, oh look, it's the same art on the substrate. So we're going to set this down here, hopefully. Actually, I'm going to move this out of the way. There's a little bit of glare. There is a moment for you to pause and read. Hopefully that's all clear and not full of glare. And that was well sealed. We have our substrate. It is the Graphics Aquapad. So I think we got Marabou stuff last month. This is interesting. It'll be interesting to try also with the other supplies from previous boxes. Ooh, what do I have here? This looks like the odd item, which I'm going to set that there because I'm a little afraid of it. A nice little inkwell. That's just a nice extra. Although I'm not a big fan of plastic. It stains. But it doesn't break as easily as porcelain or ceramic. Let's see. I'm just going to get rid of the tissue paper. So I'm going to set this over here. I've got my little, I'm going to turn it the other way, swatching substrate piece of paper. This is 220 grams per meter squared. What does it say? It's cellulose, so it's not cotton. Acid-free, oh yeah, watercolor painting paper. That's what I was looking for. Is it in fact watercolor paper? Oops. A paintbrush. This is the 1/2-inch brush. There we go, 1/2-inch brush from Princeton Art. I like that. I like Princeton. It's got a little bit of sizing on here. I have a little water dish in here. Let's get that off. Alright, set this aside, ready to go. Let's start with the ink line pens from King Art. There's a 3mm chisel, a medium, and a large. I believe these are permanent. Does it say that? Well, we'll find out, won't we? This is the 3mm, so it must be the chisel. King Art. And you can get a variety of thinner. If we go right here on the tip, you can get a pretty thin line with this chisel, but it is better for, use the broad side, fill in large area. And let's just write 3mm. Whoops. You have to be really delicate, I think, with this thinner side to get that tiny line. And also it feels like if I was rough it might damage it. Medium, I'm guessing that's M and L, medium maybe. This looks like a brush nib, so you can get a thin line and a thicker line. Trying to be real gentle there. How quiet I'm being because I'm concentrating. Again, I always say I'm not a brush or a blush letterer, but I know the basics of, you know, the upstroke, thin, pressure on the downstroke. But yeah, it takes a long. I think it takes a long time to master that. And then we have L. Whoa, yeah, that's much bigger. Again, a brush nib, flexible. I don't know what this is, if it's fiber or something, but this one feels a little stiffer than the other one, but they're both, I think, stiffer than some brush pens I've had, which I think is a little easier for me to control. I have a sign pen, I think, that's really flexible, and it does some really cool things, but it is much harder to control. So let's see if this first one is dry. Look at this, I got it on me already. I don't even know how. Just go in here, and yep, I think it's permanent when dry. Now this one's not as dry, but yet it must dry pretty quickly on that. We got some smearing with the one I just put down. So yeah, it dries fairly quickly on this cellulose paper, which is good for that technique. Okay, let's see what we have here. These are also waterproof for paper and film. I don't know what that means. Film, like, is that acetate or what? I don't know. And these are the Koh-i-Noor Radiograph. No, Radiograph? Is that a typo? I don't know. Ink. Black, India, and orange. It is perfect for the fall season. Let's put a little bit in our little ink well here. How do we get the cap off? Yes, twist. A little bit there. Now I saw a little bit preview of this very interesting pen, so I know more than nothing on it, but not a whole lot. I'm gonna mix a little bit there. And so these with their little spout will be great for filling that pen. We will come to that next. But first I want to just try out the inks by themselves. I should have had a paper towel handy, but here's a nice, I just want to blot my brush so that I can get a more concentrated color and not so much water. Oh, look at that. That is a beautiful orange color. And wow. Okay, whoops. Oh, no. They did say it was permanent. Do not put that on your desk. So I wonder if it just washes up with water though, because, and yeah, it's staining the paper. I mean, I just laid it down and you can kind of see the line there adding water to it. So you want to kind of know what you're doing, I guess, or be okay with it leaving a line behind. Let's see what happens with, well, the black is totally overpowering my orange. Maybe I should add a little more orange to that, but we'll just see that. Ooh, that's a really rich black brown color. Let me just grab a little bit of orange here and see what we can get. Mixing it a little more. Trying to get kind of a brown to see if I can get other colors. This is a great, like shadowing color for the orange. And then maybe if I mix a little more black into, nice. It's nice for only having black and one color to get these. Okay. Try to pull this down a little. I like that color right there. That's coming. It's a nice brown. What do you think? Okay. I think I keep saying okay. It's time to not put off. Set this aside so I don't spill it. This little item, ink line painting pen, fine line, 0.5 millimeters, perfect for painting, line drawing, signing, French matting. Okay, not really sure what French matting is, and by painting, yeah, they're definitely not meaning with a paintbrush. There's a different kind of painting there. So I believe this piece here that fell out is, come off. Ooh, look how tiny that is. Let me see if this will focus. Here we go. Very, very thin. So this piece here is essentially to remove clogs if you don't clean your pen well, or if it clogs, if you're like me and you take a long time to do something. So look at that little nifty piece. Thank you for including that. Yeah. And then we have a little protective cap here. So it's a pretty thin hole there. I don't know if I can get in through there. It's like threading a needle. Okay. It is definitely finer than the hole, so if you were unclogging it, you might need to wiggle it a bit. I'm going to go and put this back on. And you can see, wait, let me see if I can show you. I've got, these are my little glue unclogger safety pin, not safety pins, sewing pins that I have at my desk. They're quite a bit thicker, so they probably would not fit in that nozzle if you didn't have this piece. I don't want to lose this. Oh, I'm making a mess. And this, whoops, is a thin sewing needle, which is also thicker than this little guy here. So that's good to have, and I have no idea where I'm going to store it. Maybe I'll just washi tape it to the actual pin. So I think, let's see how this works. I think that this is a well, and you put the ink in. Uh-oh, maybe not do that right over my testing paper. Well, and I got an air bubble, I think. Okay, come on. Alright, let's try that again. I hope you're able to see this, because so, yep, I think I've got ink in there. Now, let's see what happens. Oh, well, that happens. Great. Make a big mess. Oh, ooh, ooh. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. How did that happen? Good question. Okay. It's an interesting way to hold it. This is going to be a whole new learning experience for me. So, King Art, let's see if we get... Oh, it works! Yay! And I believe I was watching the Sketchbox video, and he said that if you don't have a steady hand, that it makes it smoother. So, that's me! Well, that's kind of cool. It's almost, I don't know if you can tell. We'll see, hold on here. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but it's almost got a raised effect when you first put it down, and maybe that's because it's taking a moment to dry into the paper. So it seems like it puts down quite a bit, and you can see that it's pretty dark, so we'll see how that dries. Let's see if it's any different if I go faster. Ink line. I kind of like this thing. I never would have discovered this on my own, but this is pretty cool. You can be very expressive with it. I have no idea what I'm doing, just little swirlies, I guess. Nothing recognizable. I wonder if I try to draw something, paint something recognizable. Let's see if it, oops, well, I messed up there. Not bad in my estimation. And I still have ink in the well, and I think he said the easiest way to clear the well is to touch. Well, he's used he is the person on the Sketchbox video, used a Q-tip, but I'm using my paper towel, which is handy. And since I have water right here, maybe I'll just drop a little water in there. This is not anything anyone suggested, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, and now we can try black. Oh dear. Oh dear, I am a mess. Does that surprise anyone? No, it doesn't surprise me. Wow, and of course it's permanent. I should have put some of that handy lotion on first that helps prevent staining. Yeah, look at me. Alright, there's definitely a learning curve here, I think. Ooh, wow, that was like magic. The first little bit that came out was water, a hint of orange, and then the black took over. I don't know if it showed up on camera, but it kind of was fun for me to see. Oh, let's, ooh, yeah, let's go. It's still a bit wet, I think, and there's a lot coming out, so maybe it's making it spread more. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, this is, yeah, I'm not liking that on top of my other wash of orange. And yet down here where it's completely dry, totally different. So that's good to know. Maybe if I want to go over it with this ink, I would hit it with ink pen. Let's see if that happens over here. It's a little bit. I notice it's a little bit more spreading. This one was maybe thinner, maybe dried faster. I'm not sure. But now, the big question is, what do you do with it if you put a bunch of ink in there and you don't want to just use it all on a paper towel? I don't think there's a way to really set this down without, you know, spilling. Ooh, that's kind of fun. So interesting. Yeah, there's not really a good way to control the amount of ink that comes out. It's kind of, seems like you're kind of stuck with what it puts out. So that's different, especially since they call it a painting pen. I wonder if they have bigger ones, but then that would be, yeah, it's just totally different than a paintbrush. Excuse my throat there. Alright, let's see what we can do with this on the paper. I'm going to wet all that out and then put some more footage on the end here. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful creative day. Let me know your thoughts below. I love to hear them. Okay, some final thoughts here. I'm just sketching out a cute little stack of pumpkins, and I used the painting pen for my little swirly design, and then I also used it in an interesting way. So remember when I was swatching out how it sort of spread more on the wet surface? I kind of used that to my advantage here towards the end of my piece because I used the painting pen and I hadn't dried the wet washes any more than just the natural time, and was able to add some subtle more color with that painting pen on top of the wet surface. So here I'm just doing a very light wash, and then I really would have loved to do green leaves, but obviously I couldn't make green from what I had. So my leaves are brown, and maybe I'll come back and actually add green to it later. But the stem, I'm okay with the stem being brown. And have a cute little squat pumpkin at the bottom. So a variety of washes using the paintbrush. Really liked the paintbrush and was able to work well with it, even though it's ½ inch, it's large. So. And then here I came in with the painting pen as I was describing, and I had a lot of fun with these supplies and a very new experience. So although it does drop if you overfill it, I think, so I did get drops on, so that's something to watch out for. And so that just helped me decide to do some splatters at the end to kind of hide my big blotches. Thanks again for watching, and have a wonderful creative day. Bye!